for the angry young man with his working class ties, radical plans. Refuses to bend, he refuses to crawl. He's always at home with his back to the wall. He's proud of the scars from the battles he lost. Struggles and bleeds as he hangs on his cross. Likes to be known as the angry young man. Yo, no, 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 no. Give a moment or two to the angry young man with his foot in his mouth and his heart in his hand. He's stabbed in the back, he's been misunderstood. To comfort to know his intentions are good. He sits in a room with a lock on the door. His mouth and his medals laid out on the floor, and he likes to be known as the angry young man. I believe I've passed the age of consciousness and a righteous rage. Found that just surviving was a noble fight. I once believed in causes too, had my pointless point of view. Life went on no matter who was wrong or right. Oh, there's a moment or two to the angry young man with his fist in the air and his head in the sand. He's never been able to learn from mistakes, so he can't understand why his heart always breaks. His honor is pure and his courage is well. His spirit is true and he's boring as hell. He'll go to the grave as an angry old man. For the angry young man, his working class times and his radical plans. Refuses to bend, refuses to crawl. Always at home with his back to the wall. He's proud of the scars from the battles he's lost. He struggles and bleeds as he hangs on his cross, and he likes to be known as the angry young man. Hey folks, happy Wednesday everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. And carry on with a little piece of 70s rock, 70s blues, shuffle rock that I've always been fond of, and then I'll say hello to some folks, read some comments, start looking at your requests. Let's see if we can spot this one. Lido missed the boat that day. He left the shack, but that was all he missed, and he ain't coming back. A Tombstone bar and a juke joint car, and he made a stop just long enough to grab a handle off the top. Next stop, Chi-Town, Lido, put the money down and let him roll. He said, one more job, I'll quit it. One last shot, won't quit it. One for the road, Lido. Whoa, 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 whoa. great big fun and dirty gal that knows. Saying told the light on blow it, and that was all she wrote. Hit me making like a beeline, head for the borderline, going broke. Saying one more hit, I wanna do it. This joint ain't nothing to it. One more to the road, Lido. He's for the money, he's for the show. Lido, wait and go, Lido. Say one more job, I wanna get it. One last shot, then we quit it. One more for the road. Lido, he's for the money, he's for the show. Lido, wait and go, Lido. Saying one last job, I wanna get it. One last shot, forget it. One more for the road. I said Lido. He's for the money, he's for the show. Lido, wait and go, Lido. He's for the money, he's for the show. Lido, we got him for the road, yeah. One more job, I'll get it. One last shot before we quit it. One more for the road. All right. Changing things up a little bit with some Boz Scaggs. Hey, actually, you know what? There's one last tune I got to do before I get into the comments because I owe somebody something from the other day. My good friend Gary Elgort asked me if I could play this song by Jackson Browne, and indeed I can. And I refreshed myself on it just a touch so that I would be able to. And then I'm going to get to your requests here in the feed. So let's go back to the 70s one more time, shall we? Doctor, my eyes have seen the years and the slow parade of fears without crying. Now I want to understand. I have done all that I could to As I have wandered through this world, and each moment has unfurled, I've been waiting to awaken from these dreams. People go just the way they will. I never noticed them until I got this feeling that it's later than it seems. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what you see. I hear their cries. Just say if it's too late for me. Is this the prize for having learned now not to cry? Doctor, my eyes, tell me what is it you see? I hear their cries. Just say if it's too late for me. Doctor, my eyes. All right, let's take some requests here. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate you reminding me about that one. Okay, so who all do we have? Who all do we have floating around in here today? Oh my goodness, we have a lot of people. Those of you who haven't already, please chime in. Let me know that you are in, or let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always a lot of fun to see where everybody's coming from here. Got Tony up there and Victoria, as well as Brenda coming from Victoria. I know Moritz is coming from Graz, Austria. Ooh, those are good songs, Moritz. I will try to do one or both of them. All right, there's Ruth coming at us from Washington, D.C. Gary right here in the great metropolitan area of Mesquite, Nevada. Hi, Ann. I'm not sure which song you're referring to, but I did Lido Shuffle. I did in F, and Dr. My Eyes, I did an E. And I do, I detune the keyboard a half step from Billy's original key on Angry Young Man. Hi, Lucia. How are you tonight? Buenas noches, señorita. Looks like we've got someone from the UK. Hey, Christopher. Captain Jack. Yeah, we're going to definitely probably try and throw that one in a little bit later. Hey there, Joe. I like American Pie. I've never actually bothered to learn like all 20 minutes of lyrics. I know a couple of verses of that one. Oh, golly. Let's see here. Hey, Spencer Hansen. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you. Vienna is stuck in your head, Captain Davis. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we start our requests from the feed here with that song? That's a good place to get going from. goes like this. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me why are you still so afraid? Hey, where's the fire? What you hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. Hey, you know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. Can't be everything you wanna be before your time, although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself, you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, oh, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. Take the phone off the hook, disappear for a while. It's alright, you can't afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? You know when the truth is told, you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? All right, let's see who else is here. Hey, Warren coming in from Toronto. We got a lot of Canadians tonight. That's fantastic. Okay, let's see here. Giuseppe? You're looking for Allentown, huh? Well, we're probably going to do that one. We're coming up on Labor Day. Allentown's sort of the song for Labor Day, you know? Hey, Daniel Dirksen coming at us from the Netherlands. Oh, I love that song. I'm not sure if I remember how the verses go. I mean, I can look the lyrics up, but I'm not sure I remember how the melody goes. I might not be able to play that one this time, but it's definitely one that I could learn at lickety split and put it in like the next stream. Thanks for the request. Oh, I want to hear some Kenny Rogers tonight. Joe, how we doing? I like Kenny Rogers. Ruth, I was thinking about you when I played Boz Scaggs. When I learned that song, I thought, now here's one of those swampy blues dirt kickers that Ruth Ann's gonna like. Okay. Holy cow, so many comments. Just can't even get through all of them. Oh, we've got an Alaskan, the Great Chicken Lord. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Tuning in from Los Angeles, I think. Not the state of Louisiana, but I think that's L.A., like Los Angeles. How we doing, Eric? Okay, well, let's do a little Kenny Rogers by request here, as came in. Okay, and then we'll carry on with a few more. This is actually my favorite Kenny Rogers song. While she lays sleeping, I stay out late at night and play my songs. Sometimes all the nights can be so long, and it's good when I finally make it home, all alone, while she lays dreaming. I try to get undressed without the light, then quietly she says, "How was your night?" I go to her and I tell her it was all right, and I hold her tight. And she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me. I told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world with my little songs. I was wrong, and she has faith in me, and so I'll go on trying faithfully. And who knows, maybe on some special night, if my song is right, I can find a way, while she lays crying. I stumble to the kitchen for a bite. I see my old piano in the night, waiting for me like a secret friend. And there's no end while she lays crying. I fumble with a melody or two. She says, "Just wake me up when you're through." I'm torn between the things that I should do, but damn, her love is true. And she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me. I told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world with my little songs. I was wrong, and she has faith in me, so I'll go on trying faithfully. Maybe someday on some special night, if my song is right, I will find a way while she sleeps. while she waits for me. Arkansas, hey Jeff Smith. He wants to hear some Beach Boys from the Pet Sounds album. Outstanding. Well, I love that song. Let me see what I can do with that for you. Thank you for tuning in. I learned Arkansas is one of the top producers of rice in the United States. You are all a little bit smarter now. And I don't remember why I learned that or where, but I do remember trusting the source. I may not always love you, but long as there are stars above you, you never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you. If you should ever leave me, well, I would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me, so what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without. God only knows what. God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. Right, thanks for the request. From Arkansas, Jeff in Arkansas. From Pennsylvania. Hey, and there was a request for Allentown, and since I just saw Pennsylvania there, from Swift Plays, seems like the right time to do it, eh? We'll do this again on Sunday because I think it's Labor Day weekend, but we'll get a little practice run in. We got to do the work. We got to do the factory work whistle, the brake whistle. All right, shift change. What? What? Chung, 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 chung. Here in Allentown, and they're closing all the factories down. Out in Bethlehem, they're killing time, filling out boards, spanning a line. to them slow. And we're living here in Allentown, but the restlessness was handed down, and it's getting very hard to stay. Well, we're waiting here in Allentown for the Pennsylvania we never found, for the promises our teachers gave if we worked hard, if we behaved. So the graduations hang on the wall, but they never really helped us at all. No, they never taught us what was real iron and coal, chromium steel. And we're waiting here in Allentown, but they've taken all the coal from the ground, and the union people crawl away. Hey, hey, hey. Every child had a pretty good shot to get at least as far as their old man got. Something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American flag in our face. Oh, oh, ooh, ha. Well, I'm living here in Allentown, and it's hard to keep a good man down, but I won't be getting up today. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, oh, and it's getting very hard to stay. Hey, hey, and we're living here in Allentown. All right, let's see what else is in these requests. Oh, everybody's having a really, really good day. I'm having a really good day. I'm feeling really, really good. Robert, you're going to have to tell me what album that's on. I am unfamiliar with that song. There aren't too many Elton John songs that I don't at least recognize the title. Is that like a deep cut from one of the old albums, or is that one of his newer songs? Because I'm not real up on the newer stuff, like after the year 2001 or so. Give me a little info on that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we have lots of good, interesting requests. A number of things I haven't really played before, at least at these live streams as of yet. So, fantastic stuff. Okay, here's one. I have not played an Elton John song yet. Eric Schwartzbaum would like to hear Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It's a challenging one, but we're early enough in the show. I might be able to pull that off. Do me a favor, when we get to the wah part, you guys sing along with me, okay? We'll make a little chorus of falsetto. Wah! Okay? This is my favorite Elton John song, by the way. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? Should have stayed on the farm. Should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends too old. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. Whoa, whoa. Well, goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plan B in your bed towns. I'm going back to my the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny-backed toad. Oh, I finally decided the future lies beyond the yellow brick road. Do you think you do then? I bet you they shoot down your plane. Gonna take you a couple of vodka and tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. The mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing the tidbits like you. On the ground. Whoa, whoa. Goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. Going back to my plow, back to the howling old house. Decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. Thanks for the request, Eric. Okay, so what else do we have floating around up here? Lots and lots and lots of interesting requests. One person asked for Dan Fogelberg. Just a second. And yes, I absolutely do. Absolutely do. Usually when I transpose, it's because of my voice. My voice falls in a really weird void quite often, where the perfect key for me is some goofy thing like F sharp or D flat or B or something with lots of sharps and flats. And it's not that I can't play in those keys, I can, but like I have a lot more fluidity with fills and licks and riffs and stuff, and in, you know, G or F or C or D or B flat like anybody else. And so then I'm placed in a situation where I have to decide, well, do I try to push my voice a little harder than it's going to sound good and maybe possibly damage my voice, or at the absolute worst, or maybe not as bad as that, but make it so that I put enough strain on it that it doesn't hold up very well throughout a whole show? Or do I put it in the right key or in the best key for my voice? And I just find that since I really want to be able to spend a lot of my focus on singing and engaging with you, then I like to put it in an easier key than something with like five sharps or flats, so I do better fills and whatnot. So It's a little bit of cheating, but it's also, you know, I think that would have been done plenty in the old days if the equipment to do it existed. So I know I don't beat myself up too bad about that. But yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Lots of requests. Just going through some of these things to see what I've got that would be a little bit new to these live requests or to these live situations. Living Years. Oh, that's a great song, Spencer. I don't know that one for real, but I'm going to try just a very teensy little bit of it because that's a cool request. Thank you for bringing it up. This is by a band called Mike and the Mechanics. And Mike from Mike and the Mechanics is Mike Rutherford, who is 1/3 of Genesis, along with Phil Collins and Tony Banks. And Mike and the Mechanics had, I don't know, 3 or 4 pretty good size hits, and then, you know, made several albums. But they've got their best song, I think, was one that went like this. Let me see here. Every generation blames the wonderful in all of their frustrations, come beating on your door. I know that I'm a prisoner of my father and old dear. I know that I'm a hostage through all his hopes and fears. I just wish I could have told him in the living year. Let me try the chords a little better here. Oh, crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thoughts. Oh, stilted conversation. I'm afraid that's all we've got. Say you just don't see it. Say it makes perfect sense. You just can't get agreement in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense. Now we have a children's choir that says, say it loud, say it loud, say it clear, oh say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. 'Cause it's too late, it's too late when to admit we don't see eye to eye. I won't keep trying that, but that's a great song. That was just a little bit of spitballing, but I should try to work. I've never thought about how that would work as just a solo piano vocal, but that is such an amazing song. Great songwriting and a great recording by those guys. Mike and the Mechanics, check it out. Well, hi, Vivian. Good to have you with us. Mama Elgort, always welcome. Montreal, more Canadians. This is fantastic stuff. Nice. Germany, this is a late night for you. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. You're drinking wine at Max Creek. That's fantastic. Say hi to the crew over there. I miss those guys. Okay, so let's get back down to the newer requests. Got some folks wanting to hear some Beatles. Oh, Take It on the Run. Hey, that's a good one. Let's do a little REO Speedwagon, then we'll maybe hit up some Beatles. See here. Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around. Say you got a boyfriend, you're out there every weekend, they're talking about you and it's bringing me down. And I know the neighborhood talk is cheap when the stories are good, and the tale grows taller on down the line. I'm telling you, babe, I don't think it's true, babe. And even if it is, keep kissing my hand. You take it on the road, baby, if that's the way you want it, baby. And I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the road. Yeah. You're cooking up your white lies, you're putting on your bedroom eyes. You say you're coming home, but you won't say when. I can let you go, babe. If you leave tonight, you're going, and you need never look back again. Take it on the road, baby, if that's the way you want it, baby. And I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the road. Take it on the road, baby, that's the way you want it, baby. And I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the run, yeah, yeah. Take it on the run, baby, that's the way you want it, baby. And I don't want you around. I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the run. Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around. Okay, let's see here. Lots of choices from the Beatles. Lots and lots of choices being thrown out there by the Beatles. How about, here's one that I see popping up. This one was off the Let It Be album. One by Paul McCartney. He's sort of my favorite Beatle, if as it were. The long and winding road that leads to your door disappear. I've seen that road before. There we go. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, many times I've cried. Many ways you'll never know, the many ways I've tried. Whoops. And still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door. Still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. Lead me to your door. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, thanks for the request. Little Beatles there. Okay, so how about, okay, here's one I haven't done for a while. It kind of feels appropriate in the moment that we're living in. Holy Moses, I have been removed. I've seen the specter, he is being here too. Distant coming from down the line, random people who ain't my kind. Holy Moses, I have been removed. Holy Moses, I've been deceived. Now the wind has changed direction, I think I'll have to leave. Please excuse my frankness, but it's not my my cup of tea. Oh, limousines, I have been to see. Going back to the bottle with my vans I had abused. I can't take any more bad water, bad poison from my head down to my shoes. Oh, strive to find a way to make all hatred cease. There's a man over there. What is his color? I don't care. He's my brother. Let us live in peace. He's my brother. Said let us live in peace. I said, let us all live in peace. Thanks for the request, Border Song, Elton John. There seems to be some stirring out there about wanting to hear this song from the Stranger album by Billy Joel. One, two, three, four. Anthony works in the grocery store, saving the Spanish for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country. Whoa, but we're gonna do what we give you a heart attack. You ought to know by now. And who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that what you get with your money? And it seems such a waste of time. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. He's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. You ought to know by now. And if he can't drive with a broken back, at least he can polish the fenders. And it seems such a waste of time. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Mama, if that with your money. And if that's what you have in mind, yeah, that's what you're all about. Good luck moving up, 'cause I'm moving out. Thank you for the request once again. Wow. We've already burned up an hour, folks. Unbelievable how quickly time passes when you're having fun. Joe's coming in from Melbourne, Australia. So we got folks in Europe and folks in South America and folks in North America. Now we got Australia going on here. This is insane. Absolutely insane. We're in every time zone where people live. It's fantastic. Thanks for joining us, Joe. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Got more. Oh, Swift Plays is dodging out on us. Probably has to go to bed because, he has a life. I understand, Swift. I'll look forward to seeing you at the next one. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have up here? What are people asking for? Oh, someone asked me for a little Dan Fogelberg earlier, and I thought that was a little bit off the beaten path, so I'm going to give that a shot for you. Just got to find the key here. Okay, so this song, first time I heard this song was well after it had been recorded. In fact, I'm not sure this was ever actually a hit, but it's like one of those songs that somebody writes and it becomes one of their favorite in their catalog, and so they play it a lot live, and it just sort of eventually becomes a little bit of a classic. And I remember it was interesting. I was working for my dad when I heard this in about, I think probably the late 90s, something like that. And he had clothing stores. He had one in Kearney, Nebraska, one in Grand Island. And quite often because we would order, we carried the same stock. So it would be like, we might have 3 white dress shirts in stock in 16.5, 34, 35. And Grand Island would be out of one, so we would give them one, and so we would load the van up. We'd kind of take our inventory, and then we'd load the van up with things that we needed to balance the inventories out, and he would send me down the road quite often. It was about a 45-minute drive. And I remember one of those times I was making this Grand Island run to take some clothes, and this song came on, and it was very striking. It was Dan Fogelberg paying homage to his father, who was a musician, and but not as famous. Obviously, Dan went on to much greater success commercially than his father had, but he'd really, really admired his father, and I remember being very touched by it because I admire my father a lot too. Haven't gotten to the point where I've been much more successful than him yet, but I'm working on it. I know that nothing would please him more. But kind of teared me up. And the song was probably already like 15 or 20 years old at the time. So I always think of my dad when I do this one, even though my dad wasn't a musician, just because I worked for him and I worked with him. And he's a super guy. He's been a great role model for me, and certainly has taught me a lot about being a man and being in business. And so I always think about him when I play this song. This is by Dan Fogelberg, and it's called Leader of the Band. Only child alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. His hands were meant for different work, his heart was known to none. He left his home and went his lone in solitary way, and gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. Quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. He tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. And earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. The leader of the band is tired, his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument, and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. Brothers' lives are different, for they heard a different call. And one went to Chicago, and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado when I'm out in some hotel, living out this life I've chosen and come to know so well. Thank you for your music and your stories of the road. I thank you for the freedom when it came my time to go. I thank you for the kindness and the times when you got tough. 'Cause Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. Tired and his eyes are growing old. Blood runs through my instrument, and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I am a living legacy to the leader of the band. All right, thank you for the request for some Dan Fogelberg. Love that song. Now, I see here, Lucia wants me to play Take On Me, and I really don't know that song. That is a cool song, though. That's the one by Aha, where it's like, let me see. Take on me, take on me, take me on. I'll be gone in a daze. That's as far as I can go with it. It's a good tune, though. But I am going to play something for you from the 1980s. Don't know how many of you will recognize this. This was there was a gentleman running around back in the 1980s and then into the 90s. He started a little band duo. They called it Wham. And then he struck out on his own and was very successful, both with Wham and by himself. His name, of course, was George Michael. We lost him around Christmas time in 2016. Far too young. And of all the great songs that he wrote and sang, I always thought this was the best one. Time can never mend the careless whisper of a good friend to the heart and mind. Ignorance is kind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain is all you'll find. Yeah. Should've known better, yeah. So unsure. Sorry, guys. As I take your hand, lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen, and all its sad goodbyes. Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend, waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. right. Thank you. Little George Michael wham there for you. Okay, let's see what else is floating around up there in the requests here and see what I can do for y'all. Oh my gosh, so many good songs. Michelle Zuckerman, how you doing? Is that gangster of a husband there with you too? I don't know that one for sure. Like I know enough of it to just I owe you guys this much to just go. That's why I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning. I will look into that one and learn it for real for you, though. I promise. That's a good tune. I should learn a whole bunch more Lionel Richie. He's just good stuff. He's just good stuff. Nice. Hey, Scotty Z. Thanks for joining us, man. All right. Let's see here. The one, Mona Lisa's, and Nikita. Which of these would I like to do? I'll tell you what. I have not done this one for a little while, and I love playing it. So this one was a big hit, pretty good size hit for Elton John, top 10 hit in like 1985. And I don't think it's lasted the test of time as much as some of his other songs. But it was still a pretty darn good size hit, and I think it should have lasted the test of time. It's called Nikita. Nikita, is it cool in your little corner of the world? You could roll around the globe and never find a warmer soul to know. Oh, I saw you by the wall, 10 of your 10 soldiers in a row, with eyes that looked like ice on fire, a human heart, a captive in the snow. Oh, Nikita, you would never know anything about my home, never know what good it feels to hold you. Nikita, I need you so. Oh, Nikita is the other side of any given line in time, counting 10 soldiers in their row. Oh no, Nikita, you'll never know. Do you ever dream of me? Do you ever see the letters that I write? When you look up through the wire, Nikita, do you count the stars at night? Oh, and if there comes a time the guns and gates no longer hold you in, And if you're free to make a choice, so look towards the west and find a friend. Oh, Nikita, you will never know anything about my home. I'll never know how good it feels to hold you. Nikita, I need you so. Oh, Nikita is the other side of any given line in time, counting tinted soldiers in their row. Oh no, Nikita, you'll never know. You'll never know. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Did I bring anything else that I intended to play for you guys? Probably not. Probably I just need to keep taking your requests. You guys have better taste than me anyway. Let's see. I have not done anything yet. Oh, you know what? I had promised to do this one earlier. We're getting, not to the end of the show, but we're getting reasonably close, so I can let this one fly. This one is, this one has an interesting story behind it. You know, when Billy Joel was coming up, he made an album called Cold Spring Harbor, which sold about 4 or 5 copies, mostly to his relatives. Has some good songs on it, but it was not a hit by any means. And then he had signed a really, really bad recording deal with kind of a con man named Artie Ripp, which is very, very appropriate for who he is and what he does. I think it was short for Artie Ripoff, and he changed his name and made it a stage name. But anyway, So then he decided that he would just sort of hide from Artie Rips so that he didn't have, he was not going to honor any of the things in his contract and just sort of wait the guy out. So he moved to Los Angeles and he started playing at the Executive Lounge as a little piano man guy for tips. That was kind of how he made his living. He took on an assumed name. He went by the name Bill Martin because he was hiding from Artie Rip in New York. And around that time, somehow he put together a demo for this song called Captain Jack. And a DJ back in the days when radio DJs actually had some control over what they played and it wasn't just all pre-programmed from corporate headquarters and piped in, kind of took a liking to this song, started playing it a lot in Philadelphia. So it became a big sort of local hit in Philadelphia, and it caught the attention of Columbia Records, who then signed him, and their army of lawyers got him out from under these terrible contracts that he signed with Artie Rip. And so this song is kind of largely responsible for Billy Joel having a career that we know about, because it sure wasn't going to happen with Family Records. And this is what it goes like, at least the best version, the live version, sounds kind of like this. Saturday night and you're still hanging around. You're tired of living in your one-horse town. You like to find a little hole in the ground for a while. Oh, so you go to the village in your tie-dye jeans, stare at the junkies and the closet queens. It's like some pornographic magazine, and you smile. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you by tonight and take you to your special island. Your sister's gone out, she's on a date. You just sit at home and masturbate. Your phone is gonna ring soon, but you just can't wait for that call. Oh, stand on the corner in your new English clothes. You look so polished from your head down to your toes. Oh, still your fingers just gonna pick your nose after all. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Just a little push and you're decide to take a holiday, and you got your tape deck and your brand new Chevrolet. There ain't no place to go anyway. What for? Oh, so you got everything, oh, but nothing's cool. Just found your father in the swimming pool. You guess you won't be going back to school anymore. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Ah, Captain Jack, you can rely tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Whoa, oh yeah. So you play your albums and you smoke your pots, then you meet your girlfriend in the parking lot. But still you're aching for the things you have not got. But we're wrong. Oh, and if you can't understand why your world is so dead, why you gotta keep in style to feed your head? Well, you're 21, still your mother makes your bed, and that's too long. Oh, oh, yeah! The Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Ah, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Well, now Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Ah, Captain Jack can make you die tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Yes, a couple of you were laughing because I actually went for it today. Normally I'll let you say the naughty word in your head. This is just one I feel like playing because I love playing it. Levon wears his woman like a crown. And he calls the child Jesus because he likes the name. He sends him to the finest school in town. Levon likes his money, and he makes a lot, they say. spends his days counting in a garage by the motorway. He was born a pauper to a bone on a Christmas day when the New York Times said God is dead and the war begun. Albert Tostig had a son today. He shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man, and he shall be Levon, in tradition with a family plan, and he shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. He shall be Levon. Yeah. Levon sells cartoon balloons in town. His family business thrives. Jesus blows up balloons all day. Sits on the porch swing watching them fly. Jesus, he wants to go to Venus. Leave all far behind. Take a balloon and go sailing. While Levon slowly dies. Hey! He was born a puppet to a bone on a Christmas day when the New York Times said God is dead and the war's begun. Albert Tostig had a son today. And he shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man, and he shall be Levon, in tradition with a family plan. Woo! Shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. He shall be Levon. He shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. shall be Levon. All right, thank you very much. Okay, what on earth do I want to play last? We're down to the last song here, guys. And, you know, when in doubt, when I'm not sure, I would just go to Old Faithful here. People ask me all the time, they're like, what's your favorite song, Steve? The true answer is pretty complicated. I mean, who knows? It changes by the minute. But the long-standing answer doesn't change. This is the song that I fell in love with. I thought it was so perfectly symbolic of this guy that I'd just discovered that changed my life and inspired me so much. And I learned how to play it and went through this amazing journey with it. When I was 17, I entered the very first ever, there's this thing they do every year in Nebraska called the Cornhusker State Games. It's like a little Olympics for the state. And one year they decided they were going to do a talent show for the first time ever. And you had to go through like a regional qualifier. And I went through that and I won my regional qualifier. And I got to go to the state Cornhusker State Games talent show. And it was 1995 in the summer. I played this song. I got to play it in front of 5,000 people. I was 17. And I got a standing ovation. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life, and I was the first ever Cornhusker State Games gold medalist with this song. And I could tell you dozens of other special memories playing this song in special circumstances for people and having special moments with them as a result of it. So, I'm going to close tonight with my favorite song. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 da da da, la la da 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 da. Sing us a song, hear the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or the lightest smoke, but there's someplace that he'd rather be. He says, Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy. I bet you he will be for life. What do you think? The waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen slowly get stoned. They're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. And I just said, sing us a song, yeah, the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. It's a pretty good crowd here for a Wednesday stream. The manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me that you came here to see. I sure hope that it's been worth your while. Yeah. The piano sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer. They sit at the bar, put bread in my jar, say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 da da da, la la da 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 da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you for making friends among yourselves and having all these wonderful conversations. Thank you for joining me and giving me the chance to do what I love. Thanks to all of you who contribute to my digital tip jar. This is just a great experience for me every time. So I'm going to peace out of here. But remember, for those musicians out there, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And for everybody, give as much love as you can to everyone you can, as often as you can. Don't know when the last chance is going to be to do that. Make it all count. See you guys on Sunday. Love you all.